there's no way in this world that they will not talk about your relationship. You know that, right?
Feel free. Feel free.
The thing is, I see that for you, you've been able to apart from the music, you've been able to tell the world how you can be with someone and have that such, synergy and closure. Do you think the relationship has made you a lot more different as a person?
Definitely. Like I think any form of responsibility just helps us as human beings. So, when you're responsible to someone, whether it's a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, a brother, a sister, a mother, it just like helps you. Like it helps you to have like some structure, especially because I'm very nomadic. And speaking of which, my girlfriend she's dropping her first movie on the 6th.
That movie
is called Citation.
I heard about it.
Yeah, I went to see the screening, so that's exciting. So big shout out to her.
Were you emotional watching it?
Watching it, I was more in awe. I was watching, and I was with my guy watching it, and my guy was taking it too personal. He was like, he was like, why that guy didn't talk to your baby like that? Man? I was like, bro, calm down. It's a movie.
It's a movie, bro. Right? It's a movie.
It's a movie.
I mean, the thing is, I think you've been pushing a lot of moves about, not just making your own music, but building a platform for other people to also be there, make their own music, and not just that, you've made it. You're almost the guy that everybody when you talk about music and talk about the back end and talk about the money. You will mention Mr. Eazi.
I don't know why.
Okay, but how have you been able to figure that out? Because I'll be telling you, as much as we for example, know the music, there's something about the back end.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part a lot of people don't understand.
No, I keep learning. To be honest, I keep learning. It's like constantly. It's like music is the journey of music. This past 4 or 5 years has been like a university. It's like I'm studying a new degree, and it's beautiful every time. Like working with new artists, and like I sort of like took like the past maybe year and a half or since 2019, I've just been like spending more time like learning the back end, and each time we have to work with a new artist is different. You think you've figured out the strategy, and then you try it on the next person, it doesn't work, and so you have to tweak the strategy each time. So it's just beautiful and it's exciting when you now see how it all started to when the artist can then go on autopilot. So yeah.
Two things as running your own platform as a boss, and you just being that guy who's the everyday guy that just wants to make music. Yeah. What has been your biggest challenge? Because sometimes managing people is a big problem.
Bro, I'm telling you, the crazy big up to all the entrepreneurs, listening right now. I think one of the biggest challenges is, managing people. And then now that I've like for the past year and a half been a CEO of my own company, I've been seeing that, man, easy.
It is hard
to enter studio, sing that the easy part. But by the time you now, like for instance, when COVID hit, I then had to start thinking and say, hey, how do I keep my staff, of 13 people? How do I keep all these 13 people, keep their salaries coming for the next 2 years, even if nothing happened? Do you understand? Thinking of how do we look back, like questions I'd never asked myself, and that's the role of entrepreneurs, business owners. So yeah, I think the biggest challenge is just managing people.
Do you get cranky at the end of the month? Do you really get cranky? Do you get really cranky at the end of the month? Do you really get cranky?
We thank God everybody has been paid. Everybody gets paid end of the month. Everybody has been paid. No Empawa, no they owe anybody. We know they owe. We they pay our salary.
I like that. On Empawa, talking about the back end. I mean, there's a conversation of you always giving people something to start with. Yeah. And they almost say that your percentage even on every actor who works with you is just 10%. Is that true?
Oh, no, it's not true. Sometimes I increase them. But if I'm not putting any money into your project, then, I'm just doing administrative services. Then I think I deserve 10 to 20% for administrative services. Do not. But if I'm also committing time, and I'm committing the team who they're getting paid, and then I'm committing finance. Once finance comes in, then the percentages have to go on depending on how much money is going into the project. So is it
necessary to put out this kind of information? Do you think it is?
Yeah, I think it is, because also another thing, back to your question, another thing I found out is that there's this sense of entitlement sometimes.
Exactly.
And so it's very good to let things be known at the beginning and say, hey, no be charity we do for you. This is a business. You're supposed to do this. This is the part we'll do, and just keep it moving. So I think it's very necessary to talk about that. Speaking of which, there's a new artist which I'm working with, Tega Star. It's just
Tega Star. I heard his song
French Kiss.
French Kiss. Really nice song.
So
really
for
nice
instance, that's like a new challenge for me personally, because I love his music, and I'm like, okay, how do I feel this guy is talented. How do we let the rest of the world hear? And for now, he's not even signed. He's not yet signed to Empawa. We're just putting out one song and seeing how it goes. But at the point where a lot of more money is coming in, then we'll say, hey, let's get into business.
Okay, what is for Africa? Because I don't like to talk about Nigeria anymore. I mean, what is for Africa? What are you setting up for Africa again?
Man, I just got into album mode. Since 2018, I've not put out a full body of work.
I wanted to say that.
Yeah, and I just last week, it just hit me. Like, okay, now you're ready. And so I'm super excited. It's gonna be exec produced by E. Kelly and Kelp. And I'm just gonna be showing up and doing my thing. So pretty excited.
And I think a lot of guys have actually you drop a lot. You've been on songs and you've dropped a couple of singles as well.
Yeah.
Which still, is hot. I like the one you did with King Promise. Still a hit. I love it.
That's the biggest song in Ghana right now.
Yeah.
I think you played it, right?
I just played
Baby, I'm jealous. Yeah.
I like the song. I love King Promise too. The music is hot. And the thing is, I like to ask him, what's for Africa?
Yeah.
It's obvious you're working on an album.
Yeah.
What's your relation with Joe Boy? Is it still with Empawa?
Yeah, Joe Boy has an album coming. Yeah. I think he just told me yesterday he's pushed it. It was supposed to drop in end of October. Yeah. He's pushed it to January timing. So I guess he has one or two more singles going. I think we're still. When 2 days ago I think that must have been the first time since he blew up we were doing a radio interview together. And so it's more about, beyond that, it's just who's the new person, who's the new 1, 2, 3 artist. I want the challenge of breaking and a female artist. So that's my new obsession.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so will that be a case of? But I heard a girl on Empowered. She did a song. I heard that song. It's more like I am. Is it African or I am?
Nikita Karin.
Yeah.
So there are two different parts of Empower. There's the Empawa program.
Okay.
Those guys are not signed to Empower.
Okay.
We just sponsor. It's just the grant scheme. We just sponsor. So she's not signed to Empower. But I'm talking on the artist. I don't tire for all this. But on the artist P, I want to sign and work with a female artist, a young female artist, and just go through that journey. Because I've done it with guys. I wanna have.
Did you? This might sound crazy. It's out of it. Did you buy a Porsche? Wait, the car. Did you buy it? Did you? Cause it was did you buy it?
I don't buy it. I see they add money. I beg. Make I give you my account number. More than they send money. Make I buy. I won't buy fairly used. Make I just buy London used.
I like that. You're a very modest guy, and I think I like that. Are you more comfortable in the UK or in Nigeria?
No, to be honest, I'm more comfortable anywhere. Speaking of car, just CC now.
No, yeah, the right? brand new.
Shout out to Uncle Ayo. Uncle Ayo, Headies Hip TV. He just called me. He's like, "Oh, Easy, you're around. Come through. Come collect your car." I went there, 2020. I'm like, "Oh, nice one."